Alright, I have nothing but problems with all my trucks. Well, I mean, that truck runs and drives, but it's not how I want it to run and drive, so I'm just waiting for figuring out something to do with that. I'm actually still waiting on parts to do what I was gonna do with taking the 8.8 from that, putting it under here and doing 410 swap at the same time. Anyways, that's a whole separate thing. So on our last little road trip, I could only get this thing to run in these functions here. Anything past that, it would just hiss. So guess what? I gotta pull this panel apart. You know what else is stupid? Now this is in a video on the other channel. Got it running great and everything, and you know, fix the issues with it and snap the timing belt. Thank God it's a non-interference engine. I just realized I have stuff in the back of that car I need to get out. That's mine. You know, why couldn't they have made it so it just pops in and not the other way around? Whoever did this wiring job needs to be fired. Oh wait, I did this wiring job. Get all that over to the side. There's like oh man, I don't even know. We're out of gear. Oh yeah, she's still hissing. But I got vent now. It's working now. What the hell? Maybe I didn't have it in the right setting. Well, that was really strange. I guess if it's not broke, we won't mess with it anymore. I really want to tear apart the radio on the other truck to see how that one's wired up. Because when I got this truck, this thing was just wired however the hell someone else wanted to wire it. And I wired it however the hell I figured I could wire it. And now I would like to just redo it because I could do a better job. Because I mean, look at this. You got two wires that split off somewhere. Down at La La Land, here are the speaker wires that come from the carpet. Nothing's loomed and everything's kind of in the way of the connections down there. It's like, oh my God, Jimmy, what were you thinking? Okay, so we're kind of done with that. I'm gonna leave that alone for just a second because I want to pull this dash off of here. Look at this crap. I'm thinking I'm gonna peel this pad off here. This cover here. It's gonna look real ugly underneath, but I think what I'll end up doing is getting a carpet kit to put on this. I don't like the glare you get from the dash anyways. That's missing a screw. She ready to come off? Did we get all the screws? I think we did. I have a fuse on this circuit. Oh, zip tie came apart. Yeah, that's my main power lead for the dash stuff here. Now, the rest of this should come out like so. Yeah. Now I know why my defrost wasn't working as good, because it was catching on the flippy floppy crap. Flippy floppy crap. You guys are like, what are you talking about? The top part, the cover that I had on there. Now, what was this too? That's what I want to know. Found out this is the plug for the original radio. One looks like a ground. One's probably a dimmer. Huh. And my buzzer. I got two buzzers over here. Only one of them I think works, and it's for the headlight. And that's the only one that I really need to work. Here's my thing back here. Okay, so I've noticed there's a significant amount of air that escapes back here. I've re-gasketed everything, but still getting a lot of found it. If I switch this to defrost, yeah, there's a shit ton of air that's blowing back there. See a screw I didn't get tight all the way. Oh yeah, there's a... Okay, I see what's going on now. It's where the heater core goes in. It's missing a gasket right here, and that's where all the air is going. Oh. Well shoot, sounds like I need to take the heater core out. Yeah, this stuff, I didn't even do this right. Yeah, what a joke. Wow, that just peeled the front of that right off there. Yeah, I say we could get this down to foam. And then, you know, maybe make a plate, or we could even put a speaker here or something. Put something here to sturdy this up a little bit, and then Yeah, just coat it in some kind of fabric. Yeah, I'll just peel all this plastic, well now it's plastic, crap off of here. And just fix the dash up that way, yeah? Okay, dash is hideous, but we're gonna do something about it later. I'm thinking we're gonna cover it with a fabric or something. Well, we're gonna try to anyways. So this plug here, I realize what it's for. It looks like it's for this. I took this from a bullnose. We're about to find out if it works or not. But yeah, I think I must have taken this and shoved it over. So then the other plug that was back here that I'm tying into here for my dimmer and, well, actually for my key on for the radio, that plug was for the radio. I cut it off a long time ago. And then there's another wire that's a dimmer, which I could unravel this and actually plug that in and get that to work. So my radio will dim when I put my headlights on. But I don't know if I want to undo that. So I just barely lifted this up, and I'm gonna smack it back in there, and then we'll plug that into our clock and we'll see if this works. Actually, I could just hook it up now and see if it works. Okay, and then, oh, there it goes. Hey. I don't know what E-time is. That's the date. Oh, I wonder if it's Y2K compatible. So there's time. How do you set it? Do you just hold that down? Oh, I think we got it. Okay, that's how you do it. You hold the time down and then you do that. Okay, that's cool. All right. Clock works. It's February 23rd. I think that's right. And then, goes the time, 5:46. Yeah, it's all set. Holds memory. So, freaking hey, that's working pretty good. Now I gotta get... I gotta fix this thing. Alright. This is just some bonus video for you. Uh-oh. Yeah. My floor switches, or my door switches are going bad. They're only 38 years old. See, the clock is working. I had a thought about this dash top. I think I'm gonna get a different one from the junkyard, and I'm thinking about playing around with doing some kind of fiberglass, line the whole top of it with fiberglass to kind of reinforce it and to you know, get rid of all this, or take this one and peel all this plastic or whatever this is now, get all that off, and then just coat it in fiberglass, and then sand it down. And then I want to paint, if I painted it, I'll do the top matte and then the rest are gloss, or just do the whole thing matte. I need to rotate the tires on this thing. Birthday party coming up next week. I'll be 28 next week. Crazy. 28. I just took everything to the dump. I had a bunch of stuff took to the dump. The trailer was full, the back of this truck was full. See, I put the trailer in the rhubarb and then parked the junkyard truck, which we'll be working on, doing some things later here and there. This one I want to rotate the tires, and I have this clunk. I think it's my transmission cross member come loose, and I want to try and tighten it up. So we'll park this thing right here. And we're gonna play with 2 floor jacks. Rotate the tires. God, and that oil leak is just bad. It's not getting worse. Let's see, that's free, yeah. I had to use 4-wheel drive earlier because getting the trailer out of its spot. I was just a double wheel peel back there, and so I locked the hubs and it just went round. So I'm gonna rotate the tires, because I have a little problem, and I think it's because the tires need to be rotated. But my steering wheel's kind of to the right a little bit, and I want to rotate the tires and see if having the ones from the back on the front will kind of reset the steering wheel position. Also, I want to kind of check the alignment on this, and what I'm thinking about doing is towing it in a tiny bit. I think that will probably help. I think I have it kind of set where there's 0 tow, which is where I have no feathering at all on my tires, but I've noticed it's real just kind of lazy and wandery. So what I'm gonna do is tow them in around 1/8 of an inch. I think that's what they normally do anyways. Yeah, so that's one thing we're gonna do. Sometime later, whenever I get around to it, I need to put 4-degree C-wedge bushings in. I got 2-degree in there. I think it needs 4. That'll give me some caster. Plus, we're gonna get some taller springs in here later sometime. Don't know when, but I'd like to get it lifted up. And I think I mentioned another video, but forget everything I said about, well, I was mostly just brainstorming of, you know, tearing this thing apart and then building the other truck, but it just, I kind of lost my fire on that one. Especially you guys weren't thrilled, or anytime I talk about selling this or doing something with it other than working on it. Let's see. Well, I got the axle centered pretty good. So it looks like I actually need to adjust the toe and bring this in a teeny bit. But how's my steering wheel? My steering wheel's off to the right just a little bit. What we'll do is we'll jack it up, and I can do this easy now because I got that jack and that jack. So I'll jack it up, and then I'll straighten the steering wheel out, and then see where we're at, and then I'm gonna try and measure this myself and see what the toe is at, and then maybe we'll kind of tweak it in just a tiny bit. And this jack feels so much nicer now. I put grease on the big wheels up front. Got her lubed up. I did the same for this new one. I want to get another one of these. This rolls really nice. This one pumps a lot easier. That should be good. I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm by myself. 58.5. 58.5. Well, it's kind of even actually. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just give this half a rotation in. Call that a day. 13/16. Nope. Smaller. 3/4. Boy, this toe link hasn't been off in forever. Real nice and loose. So what we'll do is, because I was at 58.5 is kind of what I got. I'm going to make it slightly narrower at the front. So 58.5. I'm going to go just a smidge. I'm going to go like 58.25 from the inside. It's just easier to measure that way. Oh, there we go. It probably was just how I was grabbing it. It's amazing how this turns just a little bit and it changes the angle of the tire. Let's spray some Panther pee in there. Put some gloves on. Help a little bit. Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah. So now. So it seemed like going in like that. Turned it in. But using this wrench doesn't help because it binds it up. Now that turns it out. Okay. I'm just gonna shorten this. I'm going from one lug to the other. We were 58.5, we're kind of where I said I wanted to be. And then if I measure the back, we should be a little bit more. Yeah, we're 59.75. So now when I look at it, it looks a little bit more straight with the rear wheel. This one looks slightly towed in. I think we'll roll with that. Maybe take it for a spin, see how it drives. My shoes feel slippery. Hey, hear that little bonk? I'm annoyed with that. I didn't tighten up my steering rod at all. Uh-oh, no turn signal. Somebody sue me. Probably just lengthen the drag length. Now I'm gonna wait until I rotate the tires. It needs it anyways. I was supposed to do it in the last oil change. It seems to be driving straight. It's not pulling to the left or right or whatnot. Bleeping Jeep lately, and they did a kind of an interesting build on a old Comanche. They call it the Comanche. And my steering wheel feels a little bit better. You know, the road has a taper, so right now I'm like sitting perfect on the steering wheel. Test is when I brake, it's not squirrely. So far, just around town, that feels a bit different, and different as in good. I'll take it on the main road and see how it feels. So far it's straightened out my steering wheel for the most part. Anybody coming? Oh, barely making it. Alright, well, let's tighten up that link and then rotate the tires. And then we'll call this it for that video, for this video. Call it something, I don't know. In case some of you are wondering what kind of fuel economy I get with this, around, at least this winter, and with how I have it tuned and stuff, I've been getting about 25, between 23 and 25 miles to the gallon. Yeah, those are towed in a little bit now. That's good. Just a teeny bit. We'll watch for the feathering, but I think that'll be good. That'll make it a little more stable. Yeah. we'll roll with that for now. But anyways, yeah, I've been getting my last fill was 23 miles to the gallon, and then when I went up to Mount Hood, I got about 25. And the 23 mpg round was, you know, doing freeway speeds at 65, 70 miles an hour. But it is pretty good in the winter, so summertime it gets a little less, maybe about the same. So that just means I need to intercool it. But I also have some other work I want to do to it, but I'm waiting for the right time to do it, you know. Right now I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of done with some of the truck stuff I've been wanting to do, like hauling stuff to the dump. I could use the other truck, but that one I'm working on that one. That one's not ready to be daily driven or really used for anything yet until we get it all figured out. But yeah, this one I just wanted to steer a little bit better, and I think towing it in just a teeny bit will do the trick. But like I said, we'll watch for wear, and we'll see how the steering wheel kind of sits on most of the roads. It looked like it straightened out on the tapered road, and most of the highways around here are tapered, so this should be good, right? So yeah, let's jack one corner up. What I'm gonna do is, in my opinion, I don't think it really matters which goes where, just as long as it's crisscross. That's just how I'm gonna do it. That's how I've always done it, and whatever. So what we'll do is we'll jack up this corner, get that tire off, and then we'll use the other jack to jack the other corner up and get that tire off. That's what we're gonna do. Ain't lightweight, that's for sure. These worn locking hubs, the finish on them is total crap right now. I mean, I haven't even had them that long, and they're just I don't know, man. I don't know about these. They work great, but they're kind of getting ugly. We don't even have salt around here. Get them snug, we'll torque them later. Now, something I've been wanting to do is actually torque these down some more, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I want to build a new pack for this. I would like to do four-wheel drive leaf spring conversion, but I just think it's going to be a lot of work. So I think what I'm going to do is get a couple pairs of four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive leaf springs from like an extended cab, like what I got out over on the corner. And what we'll do is we'll take the whole pack and we'll cut the eyelets off and we'll trim them down so they fit, you know, so you make a whole stack. So we'll get leaves that are this thick. Maybe we'll add like 2 more of this size, and then the next pack will be a little bit softer and we'll put like maybe 5 or 6 in there. And I might still run the block, but my goal is to get this back end to about 6.5 inches, and then the front we're gonna do some 6-inch Deaver lift springs up front, and then I gotta get new shocks for the back of this thing. It's getting a little squishy. God, me and Todd had a hard time getting his Cooper STTs on his Bronco. They're heavy. I used to have center caps on these, but I gotta polish them up. I'm gonna polish these wheels up and coat them, or wax them or something. These wheels need maintenance. If I did it again, I'd probably get these. I'd order them and then have them powder coated. Okay. God, this stuff works so much better when it's all lubed up. Imagine that. Alright, this one's got poop on it, so that's great. Yeah, we put longer springs in here. I've got plenty of shock just for it. Hey, should we check my head unit bushings? All this moving around stuff. It's killing me. What I like is when I put my wheels on here, they sit level on the hub. Like I said, we're gonna torque them. I don't want to hear nothing. At least when we go to lift this up, we don't have to put any drop brackets or anything in it. That's the one thing I like about a solid axle. Good enough. All right, one little doodah over here. It looks like my pinion's leaking, but it's just from the whatchamacallit, the oh my god, tubes, I'm drawing a blank. The vent tube on the engine, which I'm gonna eventually get rid of all that. keep here in a chunk. Huh. I wonder if it's this one over here. I mean, the bolt can't come loose because these are rust tighted on. These are snug. I don't know where that clunking is coming from. I do know I put these on backwards. I might actually fix that one of these days, but screw it. I gotta replace this drive shaft. We gotta get one for I believe it's for an E4OD truck. It's about 43 inches long, compressed, and this is about 41 or 42 extended. And I need something about 43 inches. Because this truck, when I put the four-wheel drive axle in, I moved it 2 to 3 inches forward over where the TTB setup would have been. So this right here, this line right here, the hub all the way up to the spring, this would have been right about there. So all that got pushed about 2 inches forward. I've got newer-ish bushings I put in about 2 years ago in the track bar, and that doesn't budge at all. I'd like to get a 1-ton steering kit in this. Do a tie rod flip and make a 1-ton steering kit for it. Just to beef it up a little bit, and then put the cure in there, which the one that I have is from Todd's rig. Let's see, where is it? Oh, where is it? Where'd you go? You're around here somewhere in the abyss. I know somebody probably at trolls and be like, you're mad. And it's like, whatever. I don't know where they. This is for a 1-ton rod end. Do we think? This would fit. Do we want to try? I can get a different boot for this. Found it. Oh. Oh. There it goes. That's all we had to do. Oh. I didn't wreck the boot too much. That end still feels nice and tight. So this oh yeah, I think this is gonna work. Let's get this boot off of here. Like I said, you can just get a polyurethane boot for these things. We could also pop that back on and that's still really tight. This joint has held up pretty good. Todd's had this, and I've had this in here for, a few years now. So the cure fits over that pretty good. Let's see how we make out. Hey, I think that worked. So now what I do is put my jacks under the truck and turn the steering wheel and make sure it doesn't bind up. You're gonna watch that steering link. So technically, this should only go up and down. When it pivots, you know, that angle is gonna change just a little bit, but you're pivoting over here. So theoretically, if it won't pivot, or wants to pivot but can't, we should feel a bind in the steering. So that's all the way locked. And I don't think we have any bindage. Yeah, because it's just going in and out. Left and right, in and out. And I think the only springiness I have in my steering is at the rag joint. But that felt pretty good. So we'll put the cotter pin back in and take it for a drive. Alright, Tibbs. The steering feels so much firmer now. I mean, way less steering input. I mean, you know, it's, you gotta give it a little bit, but it's way more direct than it was before. That's badass. Yeah, that Cure came from Todd's Bronco, and we changed out his 1-ton tie rod ends to the new kit from Rough Stuff. He couldn't use the old Cure, he had to get the new one. So I took his old one, instead of throwing it away, slapped it in here like we just did, and it works. You know, it's meant for a 1-ton tie rod end, but it's working with this 1/2 ton. You know, and it tightened up in the taper and snugged up the link, so hey, screw it. Yeah, this is way better. straight. That's a huge, huge improvement. Huge. Y-U-G-E. I can take my hand off the wheel for a second. Like, wow. Dude, it's like a new truck, and all we did was make a couple of adjustments. Yeah. Alright. Well, with that, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content for today. I know I'm enjoying this truck a lot better now. It drives like a normal truck now. That's so much better. Oh my god, I was getting really irritated. Anyways, Tibbs, I'm going to let you go here, and we'll see you in the next video. It's my birthday weekend, so probably won't see a video for 2-3 weeks maybe. I don't know. We'll see.